I hope the lighting is good. I think that's good enough. Oh my god. I don't know how to start this. I hope the lighting isn't horrible. I'm gonna go get food. And then I'll introduce myself. It is 9:30 on a Friday night. I love staying home. I love doing nothing. Actually, that's not true. I just love doing stuff by myself. I'm actually so hungry. Okay, let's go. Okay. I just got some food. The lighting, just bear with me, okay? I can't really like do much about it. So it'll do for now. But I did get some food. I went to McDonald's. Nothing crazy. You might be asking, why am I doing this? Good question. I don't know. I've really been in a like interesting mood recently of just like getting out of my comfort zone and trying new things, and like not only trying new things but trying things that I've always wanted to do. One of those being YouTube. Have I even said my name? My name is Laisha, but I go by Lai. Some of my friends pronounce it Lay. I don't really care. I don't have a preference. I'm 21 years old. I turned 22 in April. I'm in school. Technically I'm supposed to be a senior, but I fell behind because I changed my major multiple times. So based on my credits, I'm a junior. Sorry if I keep looking around. I'm in an empty parking lot eating by myself. I've never done this before, so I feel like really weird. I feel like someone's gonna like, okay, maybe I shouldn't scare myself. Let me not say that. I kind of just want to use this as like an outlet, you know? Why not? I've been watching YouTube my entire life. I really, really love Ashley, your mom Ashley, and her siblings, Amber and Andrew. Them three I've been watching since I was like in high school. I think since like a few months before COVID hit, I've been watching them. So I'd say like about 6 years now I've been watching her. And then through her channel, I found Kelly. Love his videos too. I love Kelly. Recently, I've really been into like the Sturniolo triplets. I just love, like, they're always doing like random shit. Like, I love that. Like, I love watching stuff on, like, I love going on YouTube and watching stuff that like doesn't fucking matter. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm not trying to sound like weird, but like I go on YouTube to not think about my day, to like just completely distract myself, and I feel like their videos really do that, while at the same time they are like extremely relatable people. I've known who they are for like a few years because I've always like watched clips like on TikTok, but I didn't actually start watching like their YouTube videos until like a few months ago. Who else do I watch? I watch a few like fitness influencers, but I'm not like always in the mood for that. I don't want to say I've been going through a lot because I haven't been, or I don't want it to sound like I'm like crazy, but I feel like there were a lot of things actively happening like all at the same time for like a while, and I got really overwhelmed, and I'm still kind of like feeling that. Like I feel like a little bit like burnt out. I feel like sometimes I'm not hanging around the right people, or maybe they're just not like the people for me. And I think about the future like all the time. It's on my mind like all the time. And then I doubt myself a lot, but when it comes to like my like sanity, like I oh my god, I thought I saw someone walking. Oh my god, I almost screamed. I need to chill out. I need to get used to this because I feel like I'm gonna do this a lot. My car is like my safe space. This is my baby. This is my, you know, her name is actually Calypso. Her name is Calypso. I named her after a sea nymph. That being said, I'm a huge Percy Jackson fan. I love Greek mythology. I love Rick Riordan. Love Percy Jackson. I've read that series beginning to end multiple times. Love it. Back to what I was talking about. I feel like I'm constantly shifting between, oh, like, I'm okay, and, oh, I'm actually not okay. And I feel like my brain never really understands what I'm feeling. Because if I'm going through a lot, I can still go to work. I can get my school stuff done. I can get stuff at home done, like chores, and still work out. So I feel like my day-to-day life looks the same whether I'm very happy and stable or completely losing my mind. But you would think it's like a good thing, but sometimes it really does not feel like a good thing. And recently that's what it's been feeling like. I'm like, oh my god, like, I guess kind of like the eye of the storm. That sounds really corny. Oh my god. I feel like I'm going through a lot of like life-changing moments right now, and I don't know what to do about it because it's a lot. Or just like things that have happened recently that have like bothered me, but there's no reason for me to like, sorry, someone called me. But like I said, there's been a few things that have happened recently that like have bothered me, or things that just don't sit right with me, but there's no point in me like searching for answers or asking people for clarity on things, because it won't change how I feel. It won't make me feel better. I've already felt what I've felt. I've already thought everything out, and the last thing I want to do is like release those emotions that I've had on someone else, when I could just keep them to myself and let it go and move on. And I feel like I have reached like a level of peace where I can like confidently say I don't feel necessary to, I don't deem it necessary to speak up for myself, because I know the outcome isn't going to change. My feelings are not going to change. So I do feel okay with how things are. But it's just like, damn. Like, did that really have to happen? Did those things need to be said? I can't say too much because I don't want to sound like I'm putting anyone on blast, because that's like honestly the last thing I want to do. Like, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, their own decisions, their own thoughts, whatever. So I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. I'm just talking about my experiences. Let's get out of this funky mood. Some of my favorite songs right now: Call Back, Don Toliver; E85, Don Toliver; Butterflies, Brent Faiyaz; Strangers, Brent Faiyaz. That time there was someone walking. I'm so fucking scared, dude. I'm fucking scared. Should I go home? I'm like getting really hot. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. My favorite colors: green, black. My dream car, I really want a Mustang. I really want one. As of right now, I'm really torn between like getting like a new one. Well, not right now because I don't have the money. But obviously when I do, I'm really torn between getting like a brand new one or like an old one, because they both look so nice. I am bilingual. I speak English. Duh. Oh my god. Like, duh. But I speak Spanish. I'm Mexican, so I've known Spanish like my entire life. I would say I'm bilingual and a half, maybe. The reason I say that, I took up Italian when I was in college. Well, I am in college, but I mean like when I first started. And I have picked up on a lot of it. I still do it on Duolingo. I caught on to it really quickly because I feel like it's very, very similar to Spanish. So, but I can't confidently say I'm fluent because I'm definitely not. But like if I hear someone like speaking Italian or like a movie or a book, I can like sort of make out what they're saying, but I can't like respond quick enough, or like I just have to really think about it. So yeah, bilingual and a half. I love reading. Love reading. I'm a huge bookworm. Huge. I'll read anything, honestly. Not the biggest fan of romance. I prefer romance as like a subgenre in any books that I read. But I'll read anything. Movies, I love horror movies. Probably my favorite genre ever. However, has my music been playing? I hope the audio is working. Oh my god. I really like Interstellar. Waves, however, I watched it twice all the way through and I might never watch it again. Amazing movie though, amazing soundtrack. Eternity, that one came out a few months ago. So good. Might be up there. It might be. Favorite artists: The Weeknd, Brent Faiyaz, Sonder. I actually have a Sonder tattoo, like right here. It's right there. I also have an EXO tattoo on my forearm right there, if you can see. I have a few other tattoos, but maybe I'll show you that in another video. Frank Ocean. I also have a blonde tattoo on my rib cage. I'll definitely show that in another video. Yeah, I very much have an attachment to music. It's very hard for me to talk about how I feel, and if I can't talk about how I feel, I will definitely find a song that will explain how I feel. Music is everything to me. I absolutely adore music. I live for music. I don't know what I would do without music. I'm so, like, it has saved me so many times. So many times. I really like working out, but I love running. I am out of shape though. It's been a rough winter, but this week I've been getting back into it because the weather has been getting a little bit nicer, and I really love it. I didn't even mention where I'm from. I'm from Illinois, northern like suburbs, Illinois. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about myself. I really want to use this channel as like an outlet, not only to like talk about how I feel, but hopefully make someone else feel better, or just make someone else feel like they are not alone, or maybe distract you or whatever. Or maybe if you just want me as background noise and you don't even care what I'm saying, that's fine. I just want to do something. You know what I mean? I want to do something. And I really like this idea. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow, but I do have to be up early to get my car fixed because the check engine light like showed up. It disappeared. But my dad is insisting on still going. So we're gonna get that fixed. And then I do have a lot of homework to do, but maybe I can throw in a little run tomorrow. Maybe I'll bring you guys along. Nice talking to you. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning. Oh my god. I just went to 7 Brew. Cool guy, I guess. I fucking hate when people do that. They told me I had like a free drink. They were like, do you want to use that today or wait? I was like, I'll get that. And then the girl was like, I usually order a medium. The girl was like, do you want to get a large since it's free? I was like, yeah, sure. Why is this shit humongous? I've never gotten a large ever. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna drink that. My blinker is pissing me off. I tried getting my like, oh my fucking god, I hate people. I hate people that do that. Like, sorry, that's like literally my biggest pet peeve ever. I went this morning to try to get like my car fixed because I said yesterday I had like the check engine light, but it's gone now, and they told me they couldn't do it unless something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. My dad was the one doing all the talking, so I was like, Yeah, he got that. And then since they weren't able to fix it, we were pretty early, so I took my parents out for breakfast, which was really, really nice. I love going out to breakfast with my parents. I feel like that's been like a little ritual that we've always had, like growing up, whether it's even like at home or like going out to a restaurant. We always do that, and it's really, really nice just to like sit down and kind of catch up with them and tell them what's been going on. And I was chilling at home for a while, and I decided to stop being lazy. So then I came for coffee. Oh, dude, this is ginormous. How am I gonna finish that? This is like 3 servings. Whatever. But then I'm gonna lock in and do homework at home because I have a lot. I always do this to myself. I let everything pile up on me on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys when I get home. I'm back. I know I said I was gonna film me doing homework, me being locked in. Didn't film that because it didn't happen. Unfortunately, my anxiety got worse as the day went on. I had a very, very bad anxiety attack, very bad moment of weakness a few hours ago. I really was trying to like focus, and like anytime I tried to, I just couldn't. My mind would just wander. I couldn't really do it. The last hour or so, I was able to get some work done. Not as much as I wanted, but I still got something done. A lot of what my anxiety has been recently is the fact that I have no idea what the next year of my life is going to look like, the next 2 years, the next 3 years, and so on. And, you know, I am getting towards the end of, like, my college career, and, like, not to sound like a Debbie Downer, but I always thought this moment would have taken so much longer to arrive. And I feel very, like, overwhelmed by, like, the adult decisions I will have to be making soon, if that makes any sense. But I'm also in a spot where I'm figuring out a lot about myself, of like things I don't like, things I do like. And that goes for like anything, whether that's like places I like to be, places I don't like to be, people I like to be around, people I don't like to be around, traits I like about myself, traits I don't like about myself. Like literally on like a small scale and a large scale. I'm just figuring myself out from beginning to end, and it's a lot. I feel like all of that right now alone is a lot. But on top of that, I feel very alone. I think this is like the most lonely I have ever felt in my entire life. Sometimes it feels like a good thing. And I touched on this a little bit in the earlier part of the video, but I don't always feel like I'm surrounded by the right people. Even those words might not be the correct wording, because I think I work best when I am surrounded by people that are very similar to me, and sometimes a lot of those people are just not, which is fine. But sometimes I don't feel supported, I don't feel heard. And it kind of sucks when I try to be that for other people and I don't really like receive it. I am not saying any of this to make anyone feel bad for me. I don't want pity. That's the last thing I want. I'm just using this to vent. But I do feel very lonely at the moment. And I think that is the root of my anxiety right now, because I don't really feel like I have anyone to talk to. So I do think my emotions have been getting like extremely bottled up, but that's why I'm doing this. I want to have an outlet. I want to have somewhere where I can express how I feel, and I hope someone else can hear this, and I hope that this can help you, or I hope that this can, I don't know what I'm saying. The whole reason I'm talking about this, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not. I want to end this video on a positive note. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a pencil. I have my notebook. I have not written in my journal in so long, which is a sign that something has been wrong. I don't even have to like talk about how I feel in here in order to know something is wrong. I'm a planner person. I like to plan my day. I like to write down everything I have to do. I like to write down my assignments, due dates, anything like that. I have not touched this in months. If I'm not planning, if I'm not writing, something is wrong. So it's time we fix that. Fresh new page. I'm gonna write a few things I can do when I'm feeling anxious, when I am feeling like my anxiety is reaching its peak, when I feel like I can't hold anything in anymore. I'm gonna write some ideas down. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of them, but I wrote focus on my breathing, drinking water. I've been really bad about that recently. I put listen to music, go for a walk, and watch Gravity Falls. Recently, one thing that has been helping me when I'm like really feeling down is like watching a TV show or a movie that is not relatable whatsoever. Like not related to my emotions, my social life, my education, like just something so bizarre that I can't associate it with my thoughts or my life whatsoever. That's been really good at helping me get distracted when I need it. So Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, that one's been doing it for me recently. Maybe this list can help you with your anxiety. I'm definitely going to be trying some of these things out within the next few days. I wish I could have showed you guys more today. I wish my day could have gone better, but it is what it is. It was only a moment of weakness. It wasn't, it's not permanent. I will be okay in the morning. I'll be okay when I wake up. In fact, I am okay. I am okay. I'll see you in the next one.